Hi, everyone. This is Jim Eischen of Lofty Learning, and I'm here on behalf of WMD, a not-for-profit that is focused on teaching and supporting peaceful conflict resolution. And I am here today with Sean DeWolf. Sean, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So this is COVID-19, 5 questions, 5 minutes. And I'll ask you your first question, Sean. What is your name, location, and what do you do for a living?
So I'm Sean DeWolf. I'm located in San Diego, California, and I'm a pulmonary and critical care doctor.
Got it. So, Sean, question number 2 is share with us something that you do that you think makes the world a better place.
I think my profession definitely makes the world a better place. The care that I provide critically ill patients. And then as a second thing, I think part of that is the humor and compassion that I think I bring to my interactions, both in the workplace and with my relationships with other people.
And just to clarify, if anyone heard your occupation and wasn't sure what that means, what exactly is that you're doing?
So the pulmonary side means that I'm a lung doctor, so any diseases of the lung. And then critical care means anyone who is sick enough to go to the intensive care unit, I would take care of. So in the current pandemic, those two worlds are unfortunately overlapping quite a bit. So COVID-19 and the critical care illness that creates is something that I've been dealing with firsthand.
That's leading to my third question, which is, what has the pandemic taught you? What has this experience taught you, if anything?
I would probably say I've seen things in the extremes. I've seen the extremes of how creative and good people are. And I've also seen some of the worst in people. I think focusing on some of the good, people really are very resourceful, and we are capable of incredible things when we want to be. I know that early on, when protective equipment was an issue, seeing the way that people rose to that occasion without a lot of resources was very inspiring, and especially seeing our nursing colleagues take care of the patients in the way that they did with limited resources was a pleasure to be a part of.
So question number 4 is, what do you think, and maybe you've already said it, or it doesn't have to be that, but what is the greatest challenge or conflict that you see being triggered by the pandemic?
I would say the issue with if it's not affecting me, why should I follow these rules or care about this? Or I think a lot of the issues that have come up that have led to some of the worsening of the pandemic is that people just haven't been personally affected by it, and that's understandable. That if you haven't had something happen to you, it's hard to make that real. But that's the definition of empathy. And I think that's one of the big things that's been missing from this, and has been a challenge to get people on board with.
I totally agree. Last question is, what do you think the potential answer or solution is to that conflict or challenge?
That's a tough question.
Pregnant pause.
Yeah, I mean, empathy is one of the most challenging things of any human's experience. I think focusing on our relationships, encouraging people to see themselves in someone else, and that relationship that you have with your loved one, to extrapolate that to other people that you might not know or come in contact with, but encouraging people to really connect with that feeling of relationship, because that is one of the things that I think has been most powerful for all of us during this. The thing that gives us great hope is that feeling of connection and relationship. And so applying that to people you may not know, if we could do a little bit more of that, I think that would go a long way.
Couldn't agree more. Well, Sean, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to speak with us. This has been COVID-19, 5 questions, 5 minutes. Thanks again, Sean.